Good evening, folks. This is the stream. It's going to be a very exciting stream. We're going between Tejastrails, who is Todd Jansen playing Martell, and Michael Verbenek, who's going to be playing Baratheon. And well done, Q. Here's Michael. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see if the stream is up and running. Inconclusive. Yes, looks like we are. Excellent. Right. Baratheon assault from the shadows and Martell house with the red door. So yeah, it looks like we've got a control deck from Baratheon. Baratheon assault, we know what that's all about. Loads of location, black cells, traitor. Martell one actually looks a bit more interesting because you don't see red door green blood very often. I like it. I initially agreed to do the stream so I could, give Baratheon some banter. But an hour's gone past since then, and now I feel a bit more generous and kinder. Okay, Todd, with only 4 gold to spend, gets a 4-card setup, which is quite incredible, actually. Yeah, it does, Pierre. Red door, green blood, like it. And now if Baratheon plays summer plots and Martell plays summer plot, that'll be a +2 strength. So it's quite a reasonable bet that Baratheon will play some summer plots. At least one. Probably trade routes will be in there. Grand melee perhaps. Miha's fairly predictable when it comes to playing certain cards that he likes. So Todd has set up the Iron Throne, Blood Orange Grove, Desert Scavenger and a Sand Steed, so you can guarantee there will be lots of passive power. Whereas Miha has set up the Northern Encampment, the Black Cell, Salice and Dragonstone Faithful. So I guess the first thing I note is that Todd has the Iron Throne and yet Mihail has the economy dependent on winning dominance. So there's a problem for Baratheon straight off the bat. Peace and prosperity, which is a reasonable choice given the matchup, because you might expect a summer player to open Summer Harvest, but at Duran's behest doing good work, screening that and allowing the late summer feast. Naval him, yeah, right. Okay, Todd is going first against his will. Let's see what he's got for us. I can't believe Baratheon are playing Dragonstone's Faithful. I mean, I swear to God they play the same card in every deck. Odrl, Tristain, Todd going for big numbers. Can he get another character out? Only 3 gold, doesn't seem like he's got a chud. He does have a chud. And he has some gold to give it an icon. Very good. Having the dupe for Duran pretty important, but with Miha having the black cell, he can trigger that and render one of those characters unable to kneel. Usual good stuff. Dragonstone Faithful, agreed. That's a bit sad. And a Rose Rogue. Oh, you see that in every Barrow deck. The same boring Barrow good stuff. I mean, he's still got discount here on attachment of 1 cost. You haven't played a character, so he has a discount of 3. And he still has yet to use his agenda here. God, imagine if he had 3 Roseway. That would be... Ugh. Eldon Estermont. So that will basically pay for the Northern Encampment because he can restand it again if he wishes. Or he may put something into the shadows with his agenda and then double black cells. Double black cells seems like a really nice use of Eldon Estermont. But cool, you can only do that if you've got 2 cards and shadows that are going to come out, which that's not happening this round. And here's the free milk. It's going to hit Duran, surely. No, it's going on Edric. I mean, Edric, I would have thought, is essentially just a chud that's going to die for claim after the scavenger goes. But we have a traitor on Doran. Meath has managed to blow through his cards quite quickly. He's got 3 cards remaining. That Shadows card is almost certainly going to be a 1 cost something. Maybe another traitor from the traitor to the crown. From the crown to the crown. To the crown. To the crown. Finally, a proper faction, said Eugene. Well, I wouldn't call Baratheon a proper faction. I mean, they're a little bit an acquired taste. But I can see where you're coming from. Nah, probably not visited by Shadow. Maybe another traitor. Could be another milk. I don't think it is another milk. I would guess it's the traitor if it's coming out this round. Maybe it isn't coming out this round. Intrigue 5 coming in from Todd. Giving me her card and discarding the card. Be interested to see, for scientific purposes, if that was the card me had just drew with Late Summer Feast. And Todd is done. I think it's a wise choice to be done. Me obviously want to try and win dominance, but that's not going to happen. So the best thing me had to do is just poke some challenges you know you'll lose, refill your hand. They're going to do a power and an intrigue to win the intrigue and then lose the power. The danger is if you oppose with Trystane, a traitor comes out of shadow and then you lose anyway. Todd not falling for that gambit. My clock is loud. Where's the clock? I can't even hear it. But I can see it. Let me go get it. Is it this? I'll remove it from the room. Is that better? Because honestly, I could not hear it. And, okay, I am deaf. But also, I have hearing aids. I should be able to hear things. That's how it works. So what happened, we had intrigue from Miha, lost, late summer thief, gave him a card, and Todd won dominance. Eldon stood the northern encampment. Shadow of the Throne knelt some things. That's an interesting choice. I guess he's not going to play a kingdom plot next round, which meant that he would not have been able to recur it, so he decided to play it now so he could recur it and kneel out. The only card that really mattered kneeling out are 1 econ. Todd playing some plots that are unlikely to be really effective. TikTok is gone. Tick is gone. We could have used a loud TikTok in the last game I streamed. Yep, so late summer feed into summer harvest. Todd called it well, the behest doing its work. Look at them beefy bodies on Todd's board. If only he could find a red icon. And now that Scavenger is going to become the most powerful camel in the history of the Seven Kingdoms. A camel riding a horse. Classic. Todd first again. Todd chose himself to go first. So I guess that indicates something good. There aren't too many intimidates in Martell. There's a bastard viper. You've got the big army. We have a Dawn and a Greenblood trader. The Dawn's going to keep him in cards because I'm sure he will lose power challenges. Prince Attendant. So Connor might be right. We might be seeing Ariane. We are seeing Ariane. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Because Ariane, unless she gets milked, which is a possibility, going first with Ariane's always a risk. But even if the Black Sails works on Ariane, she can just return the hand and return your character. So she absolutely needs to be milked before Miha can put any of his big characters out, like Robert or whatever. Stranger Things theme during the game would be nice. I do have a soft spot for 80s synth music. It is atmospheric and reminds me of the good times when I was a child playing Atari games and stuff. Fantastic. Still no military icon for Todd, which means that Edric Dane is either going to die, or if Miha doesn't do any military challenges, it's just going to be another Iron Throne. Showing age there, mate. Yeah, I am old. They don't call me Walker Frey for no reason. Red Priest, which is maybe why Todd went first. If so, good decision. Weighing up the risk reward of putting Ariane first, being milked, or going second and being red priested. Not as old as you are, Eugene. Yeah, that is true. We're all so older. I think the majority of the Throne community are between 25 and 44. And I guarantee everyone watching this stream is between 25 and 44. And the reason I can guarantee that is because my YouTube analytics tell me so. They assure me that everybody who watches the stream is between 25 and 44 and male. There is no deviation from that at all. No females watch this stream, no young kids, no old men. It just us. And apparently Connor's lied on his YouTube age. Edric Storm. So Red Priest gets rid of To the Spears, which is not active at this point, I don't believe. 3 or more plot cards. So yeah, that would not be active this round. Todd will be hoping to get some Dawn triggers to refill the hand. Not sure what his restricted card would be, but exchange of information could be an option. He obviously had events and attachments. And character and location too, you know. You're not 25, Connor. Apparently, Connor, you are now. You're 25. And Sophie has apparently set her YouTube analytics to male, which is interesting. I've no idea why you would do that. So, intrigue for 15. Nice. We have 2 insight characters. Are we going to see an Ariane trigger? I mean, Minka's got a lot of gold here. 6 gold smells like a character that might have been put into shadow that he doesn't want returning to hand by Ariane, so maybe he's going to bring it out later. Evzen, you're 37, you young man. Like I say, they call me Walker Frey for a reason. And it's not because I have a million kids. Although it might be. Chamber the painted table discarded at random. That probably doesn't hurt as much as you might think, because me is not going to win dominance anytime soon. Now, how tempted would Mia be to pass his challenges and then play a Valar D, getting rid of this Ariane, because she is a challenge action only. 37 in December, so you're 36, Eugene. Yeah, I'm 39, 40 next year, gonna have a massive party. You're all invited. Come to England and have a party at my expense. Not on my expense, at my expense. Wait, that's not the same thing. I'm not paying. Oh, we have a military coming in from Miha. He's going to trigger to... Okay, so Ariane have been triggered now, removing the military challenge entirely and settled an Estamont. So maybe now we will see Miha's shadow card. Storm's End. Well then. See, we're going to get 2 power challenges. Nicely done. Free trip to England. Yeah, no. Unless you have a mystery benefactor who is not me, then no free trip to England, I am sorry. Really interested to see my analytics for this live stream afterwards and see if it does in fact still tell me that all of you viewers are male between 25 and 44. Oh, you'll be off crutches by then, Eugene. The Todd's going to have a nice full hand. Drawing from Dawn and Late Summer Feast. Cool. Storm's End, changing intrigue to power, double power challenge, Lots of power. It's incredible what the Baratheon deck can do with so few resources on the board in terms of characters, and then all of a sudden you've just got this location coming out of shadow, black cells, 2 power challenges, and now they're lots of power up. No, Connor, no one said free train tickets. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Cool. So, dominant phase. Todd will get Dom again. Miha's location will not stand now because Eldon Estamont is no longer on the board. Shadow of the Throne. Gonna hit the Water Garden. It's gonna hit Blood Orange Grove, and it hits the Iron Throne. Richard had his big spender pants on. What are you implying? I've got my pants on. That's a risky assumption. Everybody knows I like to sit here without my pants on and stream to the world. Well, you can hike down from Middlesbrough or wherever it is you're from. It won't take a week. It won't take that long. And I'll give you plenty of notice. My birthday's in April, so you have, you know, the best part of a year. 6-1, end of round 2. Todd has selected a plot. Is Miha going to reset, or will he play something like Grand Melee? Trade routes. So yeah, we did suggest that was going to be played earlier in the stream. Song of Summer, lots of summer plot. Got to say, the choice of Red Door, Green Blood against Baratheon show that they've thought about their opponents and what they'll play. The art on the Green Blood is really soothing to me. It speaks to me in a way no other Martell card does. Calm and peacefulness. I need a holiday, don't I? Desperately need a holiday. Oh, but Connor's only got little legs. Takes them ages to hike anywhere. Lufthansa. Yes, well, I don't suggest Luftwaffe. I don't think that would go down very well. I don't believe we have any Germans currently watching the stream. But we don't need to mention the war in any case. Either of them. Actually, out of all the European countries, I think Germany is definitely one of my favourites. And all the Germans are super nice. Except the throne players, they're all the worst, but German people in general are really nice. Right, marshalling, what have we got? Prince's Attendant, we've got Ariane coming out again. Risking the milk. Here she is. "11 strength. Okay, the Sweet Sleep. So Duran Martell now have the power icon. But it's kind of interesting. I mean, there is a case that you could put that on Edric, because then you've got an icon of your choice with stealth. It can help you force through some challenges. Whereas Duran Martell could also participate in intrigue challenges anyway. I fully expect the win condition of the Green Blood deck to be Duran's game. So Stormed and Duped. I mean, the good thing about the Duran game win condition in Miha's perspective is that he doesn't have to worry about an intrigue challenge ever again unless Todd has the nightmares. Todd has saved 2 gold, so anything is possible. The Smith, yeah, that's a good call. If Todd is running the Smith, he does have 2 attachments on the board. It is entirely possible, but I wouldn't expect that in a Greenblood deck. I'd expect at least 5 summer plots, probably 6 summer plots, and a reset. There is no summer reset, is there? There's no stranger or first snow of winter for winter in terms of summer, is there? Maybe we really need a summer reset. No milk for Ariane, so we move to the challenges phase. Miha saves 4 gold for his little surprise challenge trick. Yeah, agree. Something about getting sunburn, dehydration, burning on the sand kind of name, but effect of everyone almost dying unless you have a winter plot or something. I don't know. Vanguard Lancer to chip away at Todd's power. Black cells. Duran Martell. At some point Todd can Ariane the Red Priest to hand, get his To the Spears back and play that whenever he wants, in which case Duran Martell wouldn't need to kneel. So whenever he has a Duran game big enough to win in a couple of rounds, perhaps he can trigger Ariane, remove the Red Priest, get To the Spears, play it, non-kneeling intrigue with his dudes. Something to do with Narth and their plague-ridden island. Is that a thing? Is that actually a thing? I feel like that might have been a show thing rather than a book thing. But I can't confirm. I'm sorry. I just do not have all that knowledge. Todd has another To the Spears. So Duran Martell can participate without kneeling. Lovely. 28 strength power. I could say it seems a bit excessive, but when you don't kneel, why not? Are you sure? I feel like it was mentioned in the show, perhaps in the very last series. Actually, you could be right, Connor. I don't think it was mentioned because didn't, like she say, she was going back to Narth or something, or Grey Wind was going to Narth. Wouldn't do that if it was plague ridden by moss or whatever it was. Power challenge won by Todd. Insight. All the card draw. 8 cards in hand, 8 reserve. Living the dream. 33 cards in his deck on round 4. Kneel or non-lords or ladies. I can see you start loving that, Paul. I hear noises. I hear voices. I hear a big baby and an even bigger baby.
Hello.
Hello, ladies.
Just coming to say goodnight.
Are you going to say goodnight?
Say night night. Ow! Ow!
Ow, you're kicking me. Aww.
Night night, Daddy.
Night night.
You say goodnight. Elsie? You say night night.
She would rather drink her drink.
There you go. That
Good
was a
night.
night night.
Night night.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit, Mummy. We're looking forward to you joining the stream. Sorry about that little interlude. Maybe I should mute my microphone. Effort. Gotta press that button over there. Effort. What have I missed? Intrigue challenge by Todd. 1. Red keep discarded. I must say, Todd's deck looks awfully overpowering. But in fact, Miha's holding his own with the smaller characters. He's certainly running Valar-D, I'd expect, with a curve like that. You accidentally hit the end stream button. See, I have this microphone here has its own mute button on it. I don't even need to touch the mouse. Okay, Eldon back to hand. Todd has finished his challenges. Oh, he would have had another action after he finished his challenges anyhow. But I guess it's good for Todd to know, like we say, he can get another beers back to hand at any point, as long as they're in, not milked. Oh really? Maybe I should try and mute mine. I'm going to mute mine now in about 3, 2, 1 and carry on talking, right? 3, 2, 1. Now was I muted, or did you hear all my talking during that 2-second gap? Let me know. Todd won another power challenge. So I guess we're going to get another power challenge. We do get another power challenge. Duran gonna defend that. Oh no, he can't kneel, can he? Can't kneel. Muting worked. Excellent. So if I'm going to say something unsavoury about one of the players or someone in the chat, I can just and then it'll be fine because no one will have heard anything. Perfect. Okay. Todwin Dom again. Still not making much headway in the power race though, it's just really hard work. Lay waste. Getting rid of the black cell. Now that will help. You heard that, did you, Connor? Well, don't tell him, will you? Don't tell him what I said. Traitor to the crown. Yeah, lay waste, backfiring magnificently. Well, I wouldn't say backfiring as such. Nice. So, Shadow of the Throne once again, gonna kneel even more. I mean, it's a nice card. I don't think it's doing too much while Todd has Summer Blot. Yeah, it bugged me that Traitor isn't terminal either. The fact that you can constantly recur Traitor, but then the reverse is true for this matchup with that Martell icon removing attachment are also non-terminal. So these factions are both as bad as each other. There's the Valar-D and the trade route. So yeah, I guess Todd would have expected the reset at this point and played his trade routes. Just play Helya. Yeah, right. Just play Banner Kraken for the Helya. Miha thinking about his chances of drawing a red priest. Todd has so many cards in hand that he's probably got a couple of copies of Ariane. You'd assume he's running the red Viper in this core Viper, because to the spears, where you saw the 28 strength power challenge, he could gain a lot of power on the red Viper. You could feasibly see the Arianne removing the red priest, to the spear the Viper, intrigue challenge, do end game and Viper power. I mean, it can be quite explosive when the time comes. You just need to stall as much as you can. Hey, hang on a minute. Why is Sophie joining the game as a spectator? She's on the stream. What a traitor. So, Cordoran saved with Valardi along with the Prince's Attendant and the Desert Scavenger, presumably because Todd wants to get Arianne out again. Still here. Oh, you're in both. You're... Hell, you is a meme, Derry. And if I'm correct, Derry is Marcel. Is that correct? Maybe they're the cards you want to read. Oh, she hasn't left yet. And the Martell negative attachment should be terminal. Could be. Oh no, there's plenty wrong with the game, but at the end of the day, they're not terminal at the moment, and they still don't see much play, I suppose. I don't get why everyone says sweet sleep should be a condition. I mean, it could be a condition, and thematically it probably is a bit of a condition, but in terms of game purposes it doesn't really matter, because no one's running Maester's Chain anymore, and Maester Crescent is a one-of in one faction some of the time. It's pretty much irrelevant. So we're getting the... I feel like we're seeing the same barra cards over and over again. We're seeing Eldon Estamont, we're seeing the Black Cell, we're seeing the Northern Encampment, kneel and not kneel. There's a definite theme to this deck. I mean, this is plot 4? Plot 4. And I feel like the boards are the same as they were on plot 2 or 1 or 2. What card were you trying to read, Sophie? Is it the Rose Road? I can tell you what that does. It's limited. And it has a +1 gold modifier. Right, so here come... Oh god, more Prince's Attendant. Here she comes. That's almost certainly going to be a Milk in Shadows now, right? Or is it the traitor that was on Tristane? Yeah, it's the traitor that's on Tristane. Malaria of Norvos. Well, that's around too late. Arianne's going to be even cheaper now. I don't think Todd believes in military icons. He's very much a pacifist, which is strange from someone who lived in Texas. Ah, Martell had extra strength. Yeah, that would be the green blood. It's a +1 strength for each summer plot revealed. And quite often there have been 2 summer plots revealed, so that will be +2 strength, but also Cordoran is a thing. Probably one of my favourite Martell cards out of a long list of 3. And 2 of them are in play. But look how crippled his hands are. I mean, there's some ugly ass looking hands. There it is. So it wasn't a traitor, it was the Milk on Arianne. Full of Starks. in the chat. So team start, obviously we're hoping for Baratheon to win 4-3 and then for us to win 5-2. You can hear me, Pierre. Well, you traded me away, sir. I could have gone undefeated for you. But you gave it away. I think Mia had the route to, well, at least one unopposed challenge, but in terms of winning power challenges, okay. So Todd blocking the 1 strength power. There is potentially another power challenge coming through, but that could also be blocked. A military would not be blocked, so Miha could get an unopposed power from the military. You did it for you're such a kind man, Pierre. So kind. For a man with such violent hobbies. Did I scream? I don't even recall what happened when I was drafted to Martell. I think, you know, when you have stressful or traumatic occurrences and you literally go blank, you block out those traumatic memories because you don't ever want to think about them. That must have been what happened, because I don't recall being drafted at all. Ponies are not violent, Pierre, no, but choke slamming ponies is violent and I do not approve. So there were 2 Arians in hand. Oh, did you cry as you were randomly allocated to Baratheon? I guess Sophie's something of a hero then, having to save me from Martell, saving you from Baratheon. Well, 14 minutes left of the game, and I think Miha is almost certainly going to win unless a Durand game comes soon, or the Red Viper. Rebecca and Elise had an evil laugh, or is that just a separate conversation in the chat there? I'm sure Rebecca would not have evil laughed. That's just so not Rebecca. She's so kind and wonderful. And also not stood behind me listening. No, really, she's actually not. Todd winning a power challenge. Todd gonna take Dom. There is no Edric Storm around now. But in any case, Todd has an Iron Throne. She cackled. What? Oh, I'm gonna replay this. 8-4 after 4 rounds. The next round is Todd's moment to get a max power Durand game, and he may well need it. I don't know if Miho is playing 2 resets. Maybe there's a wildfire or something in there. What do you guys think? Guys and gal. Close call and Clash of Kings. Well, close call not going to do anything. Won't even get Todd a card. Clash for double power challenge. I guess that means Todd needs to just be very careful when it comes to doing any power challenges. I'll be tempted just to defend power challenges in this round. Not because I think Miha's just going to win the game, but because the time is low and it's not a good time to take risks. To play it safe. Green Blood Trader searching for cards. The Red Viper would be welcome. Guessing the Red Viper is not there, given the length of time it took. It must took at least 6 seconds to make that decision, and it wouldn't have took me that long if the Viper was there. Or maybe he's even looking for the Durand game. That's certainly one thing Miha would get rid of with a Red Priest. Half-Dane Escort. Not exciting, but it is a power challenge. Power challenge? Power icon? Oh, sweet sleep on Ariane. Left that till the end. Ariane's a danger again. And Dawn. Intimidate. Ouch. Okay, this could be a problem. Because Ariane can now trigger. Can get rid of the Red Priest. Can get to the spears back. And then a non-kneeling power challenge with Duran, Malario for 14, 22 is going to be so much more, and that will be with Intimidate. That could be a line. Please let me know if you have another line. I mean, the other option is Ariane, Red Priest, to the Spears, Intrigue with all of the characters. So, and again, it's not going to be enormous, but it's going to be significant enough. So 11, 20, 22. Definitely enough to get around the game. I think for Mihail, it's just a case of being reactive to a degree. Todd is first. So, at this point, loyal viewers and listeners, put into the chat who you think is going to win. And I think it's a tough call. Nice balanced view there, Derry. Right, so I can see Todd has triggered Ariane to remove the Red Priest to get to the spear back. He didn't use Ariane first, perhaps he was worried about something. Curious. Intrigue for 5. Now this can turn into a power challenge, and this can trigger Clash of Kings. Doesn't get turned into a power challenge and doesn't trigger Clash of Kings, so that's the intrigue. The win by 5 is blocked. The small intrigue kind of signalling the fact that he did not have Durand's game. So that is almost no longer a win condition, because the next round he will have 0 plots in the youth pile. all summer plots so far. So power for 22, non-kneeling with to the spears. Mysterious Paul thinks Martell's going to win. Derry / Marcel, who I imagine it's Marcel, might not be, but maybe you're just going to get called Marcel now. Also thinks Martell. Nobody says Bauer. The other 8 viewers decline to play the game. Power for 22. Intimidate is coming. Sure, Miha's now considering what he's going to do with those shadows cards. But having that non-nil intimidate is good. And to think I chuckled when he played it and said, not significant. Insight on Durand's game might prove important. Durand's game? What am I talking about? I'm talking so much shit today, I'm sorry. Insight on Durand Martell. Eldon gets nil for intimidate. So now even if the House Dane escort goes in for a military, he can nail something again. Have I still got a headache? Well, a minor one now, because I've popped so many pills that I'm pretty sure that I am not functioning on a normal level. I'm kind of half comatose. Maybe that's why I'm talking shit. Military for Todd with House Dane escort. Miha's not going to turn this into power. Miha can still win a power challenge now though. If he leaves it unopposed and kill Eldon or Solis. Because then he had 2 power challenges to do. And can only be defended by one person, assuming something comes out of the black and triggers the black cells. Alright, so I guess here's the second traitor then, the one that we saw earlier on Tristane. Melario cannot kneel or stand now. And is blocked, so he wins it and will trigger clash. Yeah, I think we all expected Durand's game. He just has not drawn it. He's gone through half his deck. If he runs it at 3 of, you think he would have seen it by now. Or even if he had the Red Viper, because the Red Viper would be acquiring power from those to the Spears challenges. So this round is going to end on what, 8-8? And then we'll see Todd's last plot. I'm going to go for the unopposed military. Got 13 spectators, including Blackbeard, who is Aaron Groth, Todd's running buddy, both Team Martell. I believe Aaron won his game earlier today, which I caught the end of, and then it happened so quickly I didn't catch the end of it properly. I'm fairly sure it's fate that after Todd did the intrigue challenge first and won it 5-2, that in the 3 games he'd drawn, 3 cards he'd drawn since, one of them the end game, I'm sure. So 9-8 going into the final round. Todd has wildfire. Miha has lone. Oh dear. He got power on characters. Todd, this is why this is a little bit tough. Who does he choose? Does he save the 3 best characters? Or does he just save the ones with power and Duran? He saves the ones with power. So that traitor is going back to Mia's hand. I mean, the two characters with power is a sensible choice because they're both going to get more power. So as long as he can afford to put out some stuff, his water gardens is effectively blank now. Yep, Miho is playing very well to keep chipping away. I mean, he's just clinging on with everything that he's got. Didn't have a Shadow of the Throne last round. So that means Todd's actually going to have his Blood Orange Groves online. He's going to get 8 resources plus the Prince's Attendant and the Scav. Time will expire. Can we have a quick toilet break? Well, the Iron Throne does only stay live for a certain period of time. Let's hope it doesn't die. We saw that earlier. I think that time had expired in Francisco and Zinyu Yi's game. Time expired, and then they decided to play on afterwards to try and finish the game off, and then about 15 minutes afterwards the game just like, no, kick everyone out. So everyone got kicked, and we never did find out who the winner would be. Alright. Toilet break. So we've had 2 guesses at Martell winning, no guesses at Baratheon winning. We have Martell fans in the chat everywhere declaring their love for Martell. Baratheon fans are silent, peeking between their fingers. Baratheon have 2 very important locations out, and they've got a lot of gold this round. They've got options, 5 cards, 1 in Shadows, Stormed End, Black Cells. Let's go Baratheon. Martell. No summer plots. Green bloody blink. But they've got some power. Maybe they could break previous records in the draw phase. And I can't imagine many draw phases have gone on this long ever in the history of the game. That's the only reason Miha did this. To get a new Guinness Book of Record. Will Miha edit his toilet break? Well, is Miha recording his toilet break? That's not an image I want. What was the score when it died? Francisco was on 8 and Targ was on 11. There's a game after this one, Richard. People are screaming for a stream. I don't know, but my wife might be screaming for my attention. I have ignored her for a stream this afternoon, leaving her with baby, and I have ignored her now, leaving her to let her wash the baby and bath the baby and put baby to bed. And, I would like to say I'm having fun, but I've had a headache all day, and I don't know, no guarantees. We'll see what Rebecca wants to do. So we've got a situation where me has got shitloads of gold, not that many cards, compared to Todd, who's got that many cards, but not a shitload of gold. Me has got action during marshalling. Oh, you're screaming for a stream, Johannes. Yeah, but Rebecca doesn't like Thrones anymore. She doesn't play Thrones anymore. Well, I guess she does, really, but she has a tolerance threshold. Not as high as mine. I can talk shit for hours. Rebecca can only talk shit for about 40 minutes, and then she normally needs to pause the video so she can compose herself before re-editing the video, so it looks like one continuous video of us talking shit when it's not. Does that make sense? I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think Miha wanted to put Shadow of the Throne in Shadows and then trigger it to nail out all the stuff. So that would cost an extra 2. So, and as Ironwood, a card I've seen a little bit in play, but not a lot of bit in play. Intimidate, whilst you are not the first player, of which Todd is. Each house Ironwood character you control does not kneel, so that is essentially just a 6 for 6 with Intimidate. That looks right to me, Todd. Kneeling Icons, new Baron mechanic. I don't even know anymore. Did I say something bad? I definitely said something bad and wrong. Todd got one character out. I think this favours Baratheon now. They can have multiple power challenges. Surely they've got enough characters to do stuff with. So unfortunately I don't see Todd winning this. But let's see. Alright, Todd finished. Miha collects 12. It's a lot of money. No one plays Whisper Campaign, Connor. Come on, stop with your jank. So we've got a red priest looking at the hand. We'll probably get whatever could be impactful this round, because this is the last round. I've got a 4-year-old girl in our audience. I will clean up my act immediately, reduce any swears, and talk sensibly. Hello, 4-year-old girl. Welcome to the White Walkers. We have a game here being played on your screen of people just not killing each other, but just being friendly, poking each other with sticks and... Excuse me, may I look at your card and get rid of one? Yes, very friendly game. Dawn removed from the game. That's interesting. That would not have been impactful this round, or indeed any round ever again in this match. Okay, 2 cards in shadow for Miha. Il mi parle en quelle langue? I don't even know what that means. Je ne comprends pas. Another red priest. Okay. Lay waste. Also interesting. In which language is he talking to me, Dad? Well, you can say he's talking to you in nonsense, because I am talking nonsense. Yeah, I agree, Jonas. Todd does seem to have a bad hand because the 2 cards discarded from it are not impactful this round in any way, shape or form. Out comes the Shadow Priest death, out comes the Traitor. Duran's not going to be able to kneel, and it's game over. GG. That's very unfortunate, Todd, that it all just came to that at the last minute. Congratulations to Mihal. Baratheon win again. I think it's maybe 3-1 now. 3-1? Might not be 3-1, might be 3-1. It was close. And ultimately Todd's reset cost him, I think. So, yeah, excellent. Thank you for joining me for the stream. I've enjoyed streaming it more than I thought I was going to enjoy streaming it. But at the end of the day, it was still a Martell game, so, you know, there's only so much enjoyment you can derive from this. You're welcome. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream the next game. Probably not. I'm going to have to go and talk to Rebecca and say, hi Rebecca, I exist still. I'm not a figment of your imagination. So I will shut the stream now and maybe I will see you soon. Thank you for listening and watching and putting up with me. Goodbye.